Did you know that the constant pursuit of more can actually lead to less? Less happiness, less peace, and even less health. In a world overflowing with excess, it's easy to get swept up in the relentless drive for more. But Islam offers us a profound solution: a life grounded in balance and mindfulness. As the holy month of Ramadan draws to an end, we reflect on its invaluable lessons and immense blessings. Ramadan is the month that teaches us moderation. We fast to draw closer to our Creator, to prioritize the hereafter over our worldly needs. And we should strive to apply what we have learned beyond this month. We are reminded in the noble Quran, chapter 18, verse 28. Keep yourself content with those who call their Lord morning and evening, seeking His pleasure, and let not your eyes overlook them, seeking the splendor of the worldly life. And do not obey the one whose heart we have made heedless of our remembrance, and who has followed his desire and whose behavior has exceeded the limits. This verse teaches us an important lesson: contentment, avoiding excessive attachment to material things, and staying mindful of who and what influences us. Welcome to Al-Fitra Lifestyle, where we explore holistic Islamic wellness, drawing from the wisdom of our faith and practical insights to live a balanced and meaningful life. If you're new here, consider subscribing for more content that helps you align your lifestyle with Islamic values. Today, we'll explore how Ramadan trains us in moderation and generosity, how we can carry these lessons beyond the month, and why overconsumption is one of the biggest distractions from what truly matters. Throughout Ramadan, we practice self-restraint, not just in eating and drinking, but in our habits, speech, and thoughts. We learn to resist indulgence, control our desires, and focus on spiritual growth. This discipline isn't meant to end with the sighting of the new moon. Our beloved Prophet, peace be upon him, said, "The acts most pleasing to God are those which are done most continuously, even if they amount to little." This reminds us that the habits we build in Ramadan, mindful consumption, avoiding excess, and prioritizing our spiritual well-being, should become a part of our daily lives. Another defining feature of Ramadan is generosity. We give in charity, feed others, and support those in need. This too should not be limited to one month. Modern research shows that giving improves mental well-being, increases life satisfaction, and even has physical health benefits. Islamically, it is also a means of purifying our wealth and gaining immense rewards. The Prophet, peace be upon him, taught us that charity does not diminish wealth. In a world that constantly pushes us to accumulate more, Ramadan teaches us that true wealth is found in giving, not in hoarding. We live in a world of excess. Food is wasted while people go hungry. Houses are filled with things that bring no real happiness. Time is consumed by entertainment that leaves us empty. Overconsumption has harmful effects on many levels. Excessive consumption, especially of food, has led to an epidemic of health issues, from obesity to heart disease. Overeating is strongly discouraged in Islam. Many of us are familiar with the well-known hadith that says, "A human being fills no worse vessel than his stomach." It is sufficient for a human being to eat a few mouthfuls to keep his spine straight. But if he must fill it, then 1/3 of food, 1/3 for drink, and 1/3 for air. Eating in moderation keeps our bodies healthy and strong, allowing us to worship and serve others with energy and focus. Studies have found that materialism is linked to anxiety, depression, and dissatisfaction. When we place our happiness in what we own, we create a cycle of never feeling fulfilled. This isn't limited to physical possessions. Today, digital overconsumption, such as binge-watching or doom-scrolling, also contributes to mental strain. Constant exposure to online content, whether it's the latest trends, political chaos, or social comparisons, leaves us feeling emotionally drained and disconnected from reality. Verse 20 of chapter 57 of the Noble Quran reminds us that this worldly life is no more than play, amusement, luxury, mutual boasting, and competition in wealth and children, and is no more than the delusion of enjoyment. The more we chase worldly things, whether physical or digital, the more restless we become. True contentment comes from within, not from what we buy or consume online. Overconsumption widens the gap between the rich and the poor. While some indulge in luxuries, others struggle to meet basic needs. Islam calls for a just, balanced society where wealth is shared fairly. Digital consumption can cause further harm, luring us into binge watching and doom scrolling, instead of fostering meaningful moments and real-life connections. Imagine how much good we could do with our time if we embraced moderation and reduced these excesses. Many people live beyond their means, accumulating debt to maintain a lifestyle they can't afford. The pressure to keep up with trends or have the latest gadgets leads to financial stress. Islam teaches us to be responsible with our wealth. The Prophet, peace be upon him, warned us that on the Day of Judgment we will be asked about our wealth, how we earned it and how we spent it. Rather than spending impulsively, we should focus on sustaining ourselves and using our wealth in ways that bring lasting benefit. Overconsumption has led to massive environmental damage, deforestation, pollution, and waste. Islam teaches us to be stewards of the earth, not its destroyers. Verse 31 of chapter 7 of the Holy Quran. Mankind is reminded about moderation in consumption. O children of Adam! Dress properly whenever you are at worship. Eat and drink, but do not waste. Surely he does not like the wasteful. If we each consumed more mindfully, we could reduce our ecological footprint and protect the planet for future generations. So, how can we carry these lessons beyond Ramadan? How do we resist the pull of overconsumption in a world that constantly tells us to want more? One of the simplest but most powerful ways to apply Ramadan's lessons is to be more conscious of what we consume. Before buying something, ask yourself, do I truly need this, or is it just a fleeting want? Will this add real value to my life, or is it just temporary excitement? Could my money be spent in a better way, perhaps by helping someone in need? Islam promotes balance, not deprivation. There is nothing wrong with enjoying permissible blessings, but when consumption becomes excessive or mindless, it distracts us from higher priorities. Generosity shouldn't end with Ramadan. Instead of focusing on accumulating more for ourselves, we can redirect some of our resources to those who need them more. One beautiful example of this was a Turkish couple that instead of spending on a lavish wedding, decided to use that money to feed 4,000 Syrian refugees on their wedding day. Their act of selflessness not only helped those in need but also set the foundation for a marriage built on compassion and purpose. Imagine if we all applied this mindset in our daily lives, choosing to share rather than hoard, to give rather than indulge. Much of overconsumption is fueled by comparison. We see others with more and suddenly feel like we don't have enough. Instead of constantly looking at what others have, Islam teaches us to look at those who have less, so that we don't take for granted all the blessings we get to enjoy every day. Gratitude is the antidote to overconsumption. When we appreciate what we already have, the desire for more will naturally fade away. Rather than spending our time and money chasing material things, we can invest in what truly enriches our lives, knowledge, skills, and experiences that bring lasting benefit. Instead of paying for streaming subscriptions or buying another unnecessary gadget, consider investing in personal growth by enrolling in an online course or picking up a new skill. Instead of endlessly scrolling through social media, spend quality time with loved ones, engage in supplication and remembrance, or read a book that deepens your connection with your Lord. Ramadan teaches us that fulfillment doesn't come from what we own, it comes from what we do and who we become. Ramadan is not just a month of worship, it's a blueprint for a life of moderation and intentional living. It trains us to be mindful, generous, and disciplined, and these habits should continue beyond the month. If we internalize its lessons, we can free ourselves from the cycle of overconsumption and live with more purpose, gratitude, and contentment. This world will always call us toward excess, but Islam teaches us that true peace is found in simplicity, generosity, and remembrance. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to give this video a like, and share it with others. It might be the reminder someone needs today. And if you haven't yet, consider subscribing to Al Fitra Lifestyle for more content on holistic Islamic wellness. As we approach the end of this blessed month of Ramadan, what changes have you made in your lifestyle? How are you going to continue practicing moderation and generosity beyond this month? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.